Hello everyone, old and new, and today we're going to be using this Merloni Electra washer dryer, model WD1100. This machine is actually made by Antonio Merloni. It actually has a 4-paddle drum. Today we're actually going to be using Synthetics 50 and we're going to be actually doing a low heat dry. This wash cycle actually heats to 50 degrees Celsius and actually does 500 RPM final spin. And we're also going to be using Comfort Pure and Surf Tropical Lily and Yang Yang detergent. And as everyone knows, Antonio Merloni actually have the best wash action. So keep yourselves tuned in, watching HD, because you are watching Florence Ballard A3060, the channel made in honour of the original Supreme Florence Ballard, the Shirelles and Hoover's first 1100 RPM automatic, the A3060 Electronic 1100. So this is my tripod case. This is I've never actually washed that case. This is my hoodie. Just some stuff because I do all the cotton cycle, all the darks. I do smaller items in there. That's just a jumper. It's a mix between woolen and like acrylic, and then that's the bag we used to take the washing into the laundrette. Put the detergent in now. I've got a little Service Gem spoof intro there. He's probably going to watch that and think, oh, for God's sake. Detergent drawers are so small in these though. Actually no, I should put that in the drum. I normally pop it in the seal so it'll start breaking down all the limescale. Yeah, put it in there now so it'll start reacting with all the water that gets left in there. So I'm using Synthetics 50. I'm going to do a dryer for 1 hour. That's going to be low heat, and of course that only goes to 50 degrees Celsius. Machine's only going to do 500 spin, but I enable the spin anyway, and I'm also going to do rinse hold on this one. I won't do half load dry yet, so we can get the full load level, and when that gets to rinse hold I'll enable the dryer. Without further ado, enjoy. So you see how these machines fill, they do fill through the front. That's just the surprisingly fills quite quickly. I will do a full load of towels in this one day to see how the machine copes with it. Put it on half load for the moment, so that's bloody screaming away. Yeah, the machine's got a thing to sort of struggle on that. Screaming away. There we go. I'm going to need a half load on this actually. Yeah, that's loud. The machine spends more time doing static heat. The machine's just advanced, so I don't know what we're doing now. There, I'm just tumbling now. So that's, I don't know how much we've heated up to. I think it's more like a soak cycle really, because yeah. It's like a gentle paddle for it really. So we've now heated to 50 degrees Celsius. Seeing as we're doing a darker load, I need to shine the light in there. I'll switch the light off. See that? It's quite nice actually. Me and the timer in the background. It's actually a much more delicate action, which is good really for synthetics. Be interested to see the programming though. I'll just make sure my phone's on silent because I don't want that bloody pinging when... No flashlight or anything, do I? No. Rather than going straight back to cottons, I might do a woolen cycle next. Oh, I've just realised a minute, if I do woolens and this, that means it dries on the woolen cycle. Probably do a blanket. I've got a blanket I can maybe do. Yeah. Not 2 blankets, but obviously for being a washer dryer, we'll do that. Because you can actually tumble dry woolens as long as you're just careful what temperature you put it on. So I've seen some funny reactions on the made and wash load video. Obviously people were definitely not expecting me to have a Merloni. It is weird having one here because it's pretty much it was 19 years ago that there was one in this house. It was pretty much the same thing. It was a service, it was either 1000 or 800 easy wash. It might have been a 900 easy wash. I just have a photo of me near it. That's all I've really had. Time's going to advance, I think. The drum rests a lot more on this than it tumbles. That wash level, there we are. Let's see what happens now. It's feeling hot in here. But no, this machine is actually a service rainwave in Electra form. It's essentially the M911. So that is the washer dryer that I would have wanted. That is the Merloni that I would have wanted from this range. Although I'm not particularly too fond of this range. I'm more for the Caress models and the like post 2000 models than these ones. But still pretty good though. And we're draining. Surprised I didn't do a cool down actually. It drains pretty fast. Drains even faster because the now that I realise the drainers have got hooks behind the stopcock valve at the back. I love that sound once the pump eventually clears. I don't think we'll do a spin though. Interesting to see what the first rinse level's like. doing the first rinse. Should do the multi-level rinse. Who's that? If you hear any clattering in there, guys, it's just my tripod case. The zip on it. If I disable the half load, that'll fill up even more. So we only do 3 rinses on this, so it'll be very interesting to see if we do a spin after the next rinse. So that's the first part of the level. I'm presuming the machine will top up again. It's pretty brisk action though. It's good. Aim. I'm better. Trying to aim that at the machine. Not having it though. Let's see, I think it's just be a static drain. Maybe it will only spin, after the second rinse. I did not know they did this. Yeah, it looks like it. This is your second rinse. Hopefully an intermediate spin should follow. But the high level compensates for no spinning. I don't know why they did it so it doesn't spin after the... Very loud bang from the solenoid. I absolutely love that. I do. I think that's your maximum level that you're going to get on this. She might top up a bit more. let's catch the sound of the pump starting off. Let's see. Or does this cycle not do any intermediate spins, maybe? Now the machine just starts tumbling. Very intriguing to notice. I don't think we do any intermediate spins. That's very strange. Alright, we'll clear sound, I think. Very, very surprised about that. So that's another thing that I probably a con against this machine. I mean, synthetic side should at least do one intermediate spin, considering we'll only do a 500 spin at the end. And that's final rinse. Yeah, it's very surprising to see that doesn't do an intermediate spin in this cycle. So we end with a 500 RPM spin, so do not expect anything to come out dry. Probably chosen the wrong kind of item to do on the synthetic cycle, but it was all I really had. So I use any mum stuff, she wouldn't want it to go on the drying cycle, so to be honest, even for a cycle with no spins, that's pretty clear rinsing. Oh no, we're doing a high level, deep level rinse on this one. There we go, that's to compensate for no spins. Oh well yeah, that's pretty deep. Only just bubbles in there, just a bit of suds and softener bubbles as well. So that's now on rinse hold. You can see the machine's got that enabled, and I'm going to disable that now. Right, final spin. There we go, now we're seeing some tumbling. So don't expect anything too extravagant, guys. We're just going to do a 500 spin. Wow. Straight into it. See how unbalanced that is, and there's pretty much not really much movement. The shock absorbers that this machine uses, little friction pads, it's very, very weird. It's like a metal wire it uses. It's very strange. I think the washcrafts, the Zanussi washcrafts use the same thing. That's quite unbalanced. I mean, that's... nothing of it. Ooh. That's all we'll do, I think. There you go. Don't know what the temperature of the low heat dry is. So as I say, don't expect anything. It took so long to decide whether to go onto the drying cycle or not. They were like, video. But yeah, I will do a sleep aid video of this. Just like a loop of it doing the drying cycle. So that's been dried after a 500 RPM spin, so. I'm not expecting anything really, as I'm not really in a hurry for those. More like a half heat dry, that is. I think the average, well not average, but I think the actual temperature of a washer dryer, which is a full heat dry, is roughly about 110 degrees Celsius. Might be even more than that. I know the WD640 was registered to about, I can't remember how much that got to. According to CJ, that's Miele Softronic, formerly WD860 he was, he stated I think his Miele Novatronic, or his Zanussi one, got up to 107. So roughly I reckon it's about 50, 60, probably about 60 degrees in that. for the synthetics dry. Zero. So the machine's got 42 minutes left. Very good, to be honest. Looking quite dry now, despite. I mean, I know, right? So it's saying 60 degrees. I think, but that's more like 80 in there. It's pretty hot. Smell the conditioner and what coming from the drawer. Love the sound of the dryer, and the pump coming back on and off. As I'm not expecting it to be fully dry at all though, especially after only a 500 spin. You can hear the hum of the motor from upstairs. So we've got just about 20 minutes left now. That's 10 minutes of the heated dry left, and then we'll have the 10-minute cool down phase. Now that heat off that, there's no way that is doing half heat or low heat dry. That is very high heat. It might have dried it a bit better than expected. I love the sound of the dryer fan on this though. So I'm glad to have finally used both drying programs on this. So that's gone to the cool down phase. This is the final 10-minute cool tumble. No steam really comes out of the drawer. It does get pretty hot though for a low heat dry. There we go. That's now on the cool down. So as I said, the heating element is shut off, and the dryer fan just continues. It just brings it down by a little bit, not much, because it's only 10 minutes as opposed to 20 minutes, what most washer dryers would do. It just basically brings the load down to a bit of a safer temperature. I've got to be careful of the zip on my hooded sweater, because that might end up being very hot. Got me sweating from the amount of heat that's coming off that. There's going to be loads more videos of this machine coming out, because as you know, she's the only machine I've got to hang on to really. So, and I'll be doing a video of the vacuum cleaner we got at this house as well. And here's the last part of the drying cycle, where the machine just blows air onto the load. So during this time, I think we can open and see our result. There's a lot of steam coming off this. Whoa, 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 whoa! Can you guys see all that steam? No. Anyway, yeah, it's still. Oh, it's very hot. It's still quite damp because, of course, only did a 500 spin. Very hot ones. Oh God! Can you guys not see that steam coming off that? Look, you can see that coming off it. But overall, that did a good job. Let me have a look. Obviously, yeah, we can't expect it to be fully dry because it was only a 500 RPM spin. If done a full 1100 spin, that probably would have actually dried that. But considering that was only a thing, that still has dried quite a bit. So guys, that was the synthetics side of this Merloni Electra washer dryer. Next video of this machine will be, there you go, I'll put that back, yeah. Next video of this machine will be on the, I think I'll do cotton 60 next, and we'll see what I can do for that. Probably a small load of darks maybe might do, and see how that dries. So thank you ever so much for watching that, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Not long till my machine to be here now, less than a month. It's about 3 weeks actually. So they arrive in the UK. Hopefully they don't take too long to be quarantined and whatnot. So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget, I'll also say please subscribe to Service Gem as well. He's got some good machines of Merloni and others as well, and he's generally a nice guy really. Although, you know, I know that a lot of people might not get on with him, but you know, personally he's done a lot of good stuff for me really. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.